I am R.S. Prakasarao of Hyderabad. I attended the 1958 Sahwas program and met Baba for the second time. It was a unique occasion when Baba, while giving his mission, that I could never forget, and left me a great conviction in my mind that Baba is God. And ever since, I have been continuing to attend his Sahwas programs. In '63, when Baba asked me one day in the Sahwas program, in the Sahwas itself, well, I am going to break my silence within 1 year. I want you to do my work at Hyderabad. Would you? He asked. Yes, Baba, I said. Then go on, I said. Within 1 year I am going to break my silence. Go on, do my work. Love me wholeheartedly. I love you. I am always with you. And then my nazar is with you. And then he wanted me to repeat the verse every day in prayer, Om Parabrahma Paramatma Baba. And I am continuing that. And I had no other experiences or visions or any such thing. My conviction, Baba is God and the avatar, is so strong that I can never with the understanding of Baba I had after reading his books and after gaining this glimpse of his divinity twice or thrice, my conviction has grown very strong and I continue to love to him. And Baba asked me to do his work at Hyderabad. And I said I would do, and I did, along with Swamiji for 10 years. And I now continue to hold on his dormant, that's all, because I am unable to do because of the old age. Giving his vision had given a glimpse of his divinity, which shot like anything into our hearts and created thrills. And again, he gave permission to bow down to him, to embrace him, both sides, and to kiss him. That really transported us into extreme joy, and we forgot where we were. And that was the position in which we were left at that Sahwas. Because I could not attend the week, but the week during which time the Sahwas continued, since I had to go back to my duties at Hyderabad as I was the collector of Nizamabad. Then we had a very urgent business at the secretariat at Hyderabad. I was sitting in front of Baba in 1958 Sahwas. He was looking directly into my eyes, and his vision was so forcible that it is impossible even to.
I am V.R. Jagat Kumar of Hyderabad. I first came in touch with Meher Baba in January 1953. At first I was sitting in a big crowd about 50 feet away from Baba's dais where he was giving a darshan program. At that time I was looking in a blank mood towards Baba without thinking anything of him. Then Baba saw me twice or thrice at a glance. Then he smiled at me. I could know that he is smiling at me only. Then after some time Baba pointed out towards me and asked one of his disciples to bring me towards the dais. Then one disciple came to me and then he, by mistake, he took another person instead of me. Then Baba again pointed out towards me and asked, only you bring that fellow. Then that disciple came and took me towards the dais. Then Baba embraced me, hugged me and kissed me and gave special prasad. Then he was inquiring about me, who is this boy? Then somebody told that he is son of Sri V.V. Narayana Rao, who was at that time doing volunteer work and at that function. Then afterwards Baba left me. Then he asked my father about me, inquired, and my father gave some conversation to him.
Just tell you. Then Baba then called me. I went to him. Then he said, is he your son? Yes, Baba, I said. Then you see, have you got any objection if he is allowed to be with me for these 7 days or 8 days during my tour in Andhra? Is there an objection? He said, no, Baba, nothing. Has your son got an objection? I think no, he won't have any objection. When are his examinations? He said. His examinations are in the month of March. So, you please bring him tomorrow morning to the travelers' bungalow where I am. Yourself, that is parents, both of you should come along with him with some clothes for him. So the next day morning, we took my boy to Meher Baba at the travelers' bungalow.
At that time, I was to appear for a public examination, SSLC public examination in 1953 March, and it was January month, so I was a bit worried whether I am losing my studies and all those things. And anyway, I have decided to take my books along with Baba's tour, so I took some books and traveled along with Baba. While traveling, I was sitting actually in between driver and Baba, who happened to sit in the front seat only, and brother Urich and other disciples, some of other disciples, they used to sit in the back seat of the car. And we traveled along like that, the whole Andhra Pradesh. The places I exactly don't remember because I was about 15 years old at that time. Then, during travel, Baba used to say to me, through Urich, I love you very much. Do you love me? Then I used to say, yes, Baba, I love you too. Like that, he used to be in a most gay mood and he used to humor me always by telling something or other. Once he found some small eruption on my hand, then immediately gave some Abdec vitamin tablets and asked me to continue even after that. He told me specifically I should not fall ill during that visit, during that tour, because it may interrupt his spiritual work. Then every day morning he used to wash my feet. Every day morning he used to wash my feet, and after drying it, he used to touch his forehead on my feet, and he used to present 1 rupee note every day. Like that he did for about 8 days, and he gave me 8 rupee notes. And then he specifically asked me not to mix that money with other money. And always he told me also that I should preserve that money forever. And still I am preserving those notes. And these are the rupee notes which Baba presented on those days. 8 notes are there total. These are the 8 notes.
Then he was used to play it.
Then during that travel, he used to play. Baba used to play with my hand, inserting his hand over, covering my hand, left hand, and then sometimes he used to ask me to keep my hand on the lap, and then he used to hit it. Then he used to ask me, do the same thing to me. Then I always used to miss his hand because he is so fast and quick, I could not hit him in once. Yeah. Sometimes Baba used to tell something, instruct driver during the travel, and I used to translate into Telugu, and again the replies gave by driver I used to translate back into English, and then used to tell Baba. Baba used to take personal care of me, and he entrusted me to two of his disciples, namely Meherji and Nariman. They used to take care of my food and sleep, bed, everything. Every day morning, Baba used to ask me, have you slept well? And have you taken good food in the night? How is your health? All those things he used to inquire in the early morning when I used to meet Baba in the morning for morning session. Like that, Baba used to take very keen interest in health, and he used to repeatedly tell me that I should not fall sick during that tour because it may interrupt his work. He has selected another boy along with me for washing the feet and then touching, and he gave those notes to another boy named Murali. He also received 8 notes along with me, and every day morning this was our program. Then sometimes Baba used to play with some Batavia to his disciples, throwing Batavia at a very fast speed, and these disciples used to stand in a semicircle, and used to mislead them by throwing this Batavia at one person and throwing it at another person. Like that, he used to play with those people. And we used to watch with the gay mood and all those activities. Sometimes Baba used to mix food. Once he did it. Sometimes Baba mixed food and gave me personally for eating also. And he told me mixed food and gave me personally for eating also. And he told me 3 principles to observe in my life. One is never tell a lie, and the second one is don't mix with bad company, and the third one is always remember Baba. This is the final thing which he gave me before I left Baba finally this tour.
Baba, very often, constantly almost I can say, every year used to receive 4 or 5 letters through Urich, saying, Baba inquires how his dear Kumar is, and all of you. He is very anxious to see you again in 1954 Darshan. And if possible, if it doesn't interfere with your official duties, you please yourself and Kumar be with me during my tour. That's what Urichi wrote to me. But of course, 1954, my official duties were so very embarrassing that I could not follow. I could not be with him always. But of course, I was throughout the tour. I was accompanying, but not always.
Once I was alone inside a drawing with Baba. Then drawing room. Then there were a number of photos of deities. Then Baba pointed out at those photos and asked me, do you know whose these gods are? Then I told him all these names of gods. Then he pointed out towards a particular photo, that is a photo of Lord Shiva. Then he told, do you know this god? Then I told him, yes Baba, I know him and I love him too. Then Baba told, it is me only, meaning I am Lord Shiva. Baba presented me these notes to be kept with me always and not to mix with other money. So I used to keep this money in my box where I used to keep all my clothes, etc. Once when I was studying at Voltaire, I left this box particularly. I forgotten to take these notes and left it at that altar itself, and then proceeded towards my native place, Kakinada. Then what has happened is, after returning back, I found my room was broke out by a theft, and theft was there, and all my belongings were carried away except this box lying somewhere in the corner. Then that too, I found that box was also opened and tampered with, and I found some of my clothing, etc. were missing from that place, except these notes which were lying there without being touched by them.
I am Meher Sagar, son of Bapiraju. And I have seen Meher Baba in the year of 1953. Then I was just 4 years old. And then I was taken to Baba by my father. And Iraji and Penduji also were there. And Baba asked me to sing a song. Then I was too small, about 4 years. Baba gives